Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're diving back into our dining table. We're diving into the penultimate episode, episode 9. I just finished reacting to episode 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. And yeah, last episode, Minoru more or less confessed his feelings, and Yutaka needed time to process things. But basically Minoru was like, after this, we can just go back to being what we were, just go back to being friends. And after having his time to process, Yutaka was thinking to himself, I don't know if I can go back to that. I don't know that I want to go back to that. And then he's also got this family stuff that he's got to deal with. So we're going to dive in and see where this episode takes us. Okay, so pretty much all of my questions, or all of the things that I needed clearing up, all the confusion, whatnot, has been kind of resolved at this point. So I'm like, okay, we still got one episode left. What are we gonna do with that one episode? That last little scene there makes me a little nervous. I'm like, please don't let us work this hard to get them together just for you to break us up on the last episode. Please don't do that. This is supposed to be my nice, light, fluffy little series. Don't do that to me. Don't do it. So I'm hoping it's going to be kind of along the lines of To My Star, the first season, where I think pretty much was resolved. Everything was resolved by episode, I think that was an 8-episode series. So by episode 7, and then they just used the last episode as just this sort of tying up all the loose ends and, you know, just happiness. And we got to see them together, and it was, sorry, it was fun. It was cute. So I'm hoping that's the route we are going. I'm hoping they're not going to go the route of, hey, they wondered if they'll be able to survive breaking up, so let's try and break them up. I don't need that. I don't need that. But yeah, all of the pre-existing issues and confusion has been kind of cleared up when it came to Yutaka and his family and his brother specifically. Like I kept saying throughout while I was reacting, I'm like, they keep showing me these couple moments that were when he first joined the family. And while these moments suck, brother is kind of an asshole in these moments, I can't make a full decision on how I feel about his brother, his family life, blah, 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 until I see more, because I can understand, like, yes, I'm very much more of an empathetic kind of person, so I probably wouldn't have that sort of reaction to, you know, a new member of the family joining, like my parents adopting someone. But I can understand how some people would feel, especially at a younger age, having someone else join the household that was unexpected and feel as though like your parents might be showing them more attention or showing them more love, or like they might be taking your family or something. Like I can see how a younger mind could come to those conclusions. So while I'm not excusing his big brother's behavior, I can understand where that sort of possessive, this is my family and I don't want to lose them, you can't have my family sort of attitude is coming from. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know that sort of, like, if he had that mentality throughout their entire childhood, because I feel like that's something you eventually would grow out of. But they weren't showing me anything past those couple little instances. So what we got this episode was him finally having conversation with his brother, and his brother kind of setting the record straight a little bit, because I think it was just a general misunderstanding. So yes, brother had those feelings at first and was very adamant about letting him know. But eventually his brother did come around and was like, okay, let me welcome him to the family. But at that point, Yutaka had already built up in his mind that his brother hates him, and he's taken all these other family snapshots of them when he wasn't part of the family, and he's like, okay, they don't like me, they don't need me, well, I'm just going to be distant and just kind of protect myself, keep myself at arm's length. So it just seemed to be a series of misunderstandings. And we could have resolved this years and years and years and years ago, but everything happens in its own time for its own reasons. So I'm glad that they did clear up that, and the parents came back and like, oh, when you were younger, you used to get sick, he would actually stay up late and take care of you, and that was the flashback we saw a couple episodes back. Just kind of reinforcing that, hey, he actually did care. You were kind of off in your own little world at that point because, again, you decided in your head that you did not want to, or that we did not want you as part of this family. That's already the narrative you spun in your head, so you kept yourself at a distance. Sorry. Oof. Thank God we only got one episode left. I can make it. But yeah, there was affection, there was care there. It was just, he couldn't see past this storyline that he'd built up in his own head. So I'm glad that they got to have that conversation and clear that up. Once again, Daddy is an MVP. I love an MVP parent in these series where it's like, go get your man. Go. Get the fuck out of my house and go get your man. So they talked. They cleared things up, and now they're together and it's all happy, and we're happy. Yay, we love it. Love to see it happen. And yeah, just that last little bit of the episode makes me nervous for the last part, but I don't think they're going to take us down that road of breaking them up. It could be a genuine concern to have, because like, hey, what if we do break up? Am I going to be able to bear it? Because like, can I go back to living the life that I was living before? Can I go back to being by myself? Although I feel like now that he's made up with his family, that's a piece of his heart, piece of his life that will continue to be there if he were to break up with Minoru. But I'm just hoping for the sake of this, they're just going to let them be happy and together by the end of this. But we've got one episode to check out, and we will find out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications to be notified when all my shenanigans get posted. Anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. Mwah.
Stranded here, stranded here, stranded. Stranded here, stranded here, stranded. There was a time we had